Hello everyone, this is Srichita from Math Rules, and today we'll be doing the corresponding angles theorem proof. Okay, so you might be asking what are corresponding angles, right? So the definition of corresponding angles are two angles that have corresponding positions within two parallel lines. I know that's not a very good definition, but let me just show you what it means. So this is an example that I already wrote out. So the corresponding angles are these angles over here. These are the corresponding angles. And don't forget, but corresponding angles are always congruent. They're always congruent. So one is congruent. Let me just erase these ands and put congruent signs. So these angles are congruent and also corresponding angles. So that's a very bad congruent symbol, but we'll just manage. Okay, there. So those are congruent angles. Basically, 4 and 8, 1 and 5, 3 and 7, and 2 and 6. Those are corresponding angles with line. Well, that's only if the line L and M are parallel, excuse me. Okay, so you might be asking, let's just go to the proof, right? You already know all of this. Let's just go to the proof. Okay, so let's do this. So I already wrote out the proof. So basically what we're gonna first do is, let me actually define the corresponding angles theorem, like what it is. Corresponding angles theorem says, if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then the pairs of corresponding angles are congruent. So here's an example. So for example, this is line A and line B, and these are parallel, and that's what's given. So we have given that line A is congruent to line B, and what we have to prove is that angle 3 is congruent to angle 7. And we already know by the definition of corresponding angles, angle 3 is congruent to angle 7. But we can't just say that they're congruent due to them being corresponding angles. We have to prove it. So what I wrote is a statement and a reason, or also known as two-column proof. Let me just write statements here. Pardon my handwriting, it's not that good. And then let's say this is reasons. Okay, so our first step is that we will write what's given. What's given is that line A is parallel to line B, right? So we just write that word to word over here. So because of that, what we do is, since we know that line A is parallel to line B, we can say that angle 2 is congruent to angle 3. Why, you may ask? Because they're vertical angles, due to vertical angles congruence theorem. I forgot to write the word theorem, so let me quickly add that in. Theorem. And this is step 2. Don't forget to write the numbers of the step. Since I didn't have space, I wrote it after whatever I wrote, but you normally write the step number and then you write the reason or statement. Okay, so the second step was to say that angle 2 is congruent to angle 3 due to vertical angles congruence theorem. Now, what we're going to say is, since we know that line A is parallel to line B, we can say that angle 2 is congruent to angle 7. Why, you may ask? It's due to the alternate exterior angles theorem. So 2 is congruent to 7. Now, if you look at these two statements, which statement number 2 and statement number 3, we see that angle 2 is common in both places. And we can use the transitive property of congruence, which is step number 4, to say that angle 3 is congruent to angle 7. So this is actually a very simple proof, because it's only 4 steps long. It's not really something hard to memorize. But you should really do this over and over until you memorize it. So this is very important proof. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and don't forget to leave a like if you liked it and if it was helpful. And also don't forget to comment on what video we should do next. Thank you and have a nice day.